Chip Shetland here with the FFL News with James Lackey. It is week 2 of the NFL season, and it appears that Antonio Brown learned more than just his winning attitude from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alright, Chip Shetland here with the FFL News. We got week 2. It's Thursday, September the 12th, and we have the Buccaneers and the Panthers tonight.
It's at the Panthers. No brainer. Panthers win. Yeah.
Yeah. They both suck.
Right.
Bad.
Yeah, it's awful.
And Cam Newton is under all kinds of scrutiny because of the he just played like crap the other day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Panthers all the way. Then we have the 49ers and the Bengals.
At Cincinnati.
At Cincinnati, and the Bengals this week looked good.
I'm going to tell you, you better take the Bengals.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And the 49ers, who did they play last week? I don't know.
I don't even know.
Oh, they might have played like Tampa. They did play Tampa.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. And Richard Sherman had he had a pick six, first one in like, I don't know, 10 years or something. Anyway, but yeah, I'm going with the Bengals.
Bengals. Absolutely.
Yep. So the Vikings and the Packers, division rivals.
At Green Bay.
At Green Bay.
I gotta tell you, it's probably close. Normally I go with home teams when it's close like this, but I'm gotta go with Minnesota this time. Their defense surprised me. You know.
Yeah, and I don't know. The Packers, Aaron, he always finds a way to win. They're both teams are 1-0. It's a division game, so it's probably going to be close anyway.
Right.
I think I'm going to go with the Packers.
There you go.
All right. Next game, we got the Bills and the Giants.
At New York.
At New York. Again, I think this is a no-brainer. I think the Bills are going to beat up on them. I think the Bills are going to beat up on them.
I'm taking the Giants on this one, man. I'm going home field. I think Eli's got a little something left in his tank, and I have 4 words for you. Saquon Barkley.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're wrong. Let's see. Another one of the 1 o'clock games is the Texans and the Jaguars. Again, I think that this is a no-brainer. I think the Texans are going to beat up on them.
At Houston.
Yep.
That's all day. That's Houston.
They played the Saints really tough, and that was a phenomenal game. I think in the last minute there was like 3 touchdowns scored or 3 scores or something like that. It was crazy. Let's see. Who do we have next?
Chargers at the Lions.
Okay.
Lions got a tie last week. It's like kissing your sister, but they weren't from Pittsburgh. But I always have to take an opportunity to blast that. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chargers, no-brainer.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I will say that tight end that the Lions picked up, that Hawkinson or whatever his name is out of Iowa, that dude is a beast.
He is a beast.
He had like 130 yards and a touchdown.
Yep. Chargers have too many weapons.
And next we have the Seahawks and the Steelers.
Ooh, it's at Pittsburgh.
It's at Pittsburgh, but the Steelers looked bad this week.
I will tell you that, in all seriousness, seriously, now you guys know how I feel about Pittsburgh, but in all seriousness, Pittsburgh looked so bad last week. Mike Tomlin did not have that team ready. I mean, that was a travesty. And normally I would say the Steelers would win after a huge loss like that because they would be pissed off.
Yeah.
I got to go with Seahawks on this.
And I think they underestimated the loss of AB. I really do. AB did a lot for that offense. He takes a lot of eyes off of a lot of the other people.
Yeah.
They lost Marcus Gilbert, too, and that was a key offensive lineman. James Conner really didn't have that great of a game either, so you can't just say it was a Juju thing or whatever. It was the James Conner thing, too. And the Seahawks looked phenomenal.
Right.
DK Metcalf is a beast, too. That's a big boy. Okay, so then we got another division game, the Cowboys at the Redskins. So
Redskins are a train wreck.
Yeah, they looked really bad, didn't they?
Yeah. Cowboys got all their pieces in place right now.
Yeah, is Jordan Reed going to play?
I don't know.
He was out with the concussion last week.
Yeah, he's questionable, but those concussions, they come back from that. They parade him out onto the field.
If you do have Jordan Reed, Vernon Davis is a good option. He got picked up last week, had like a 50-yard touchdown. Next, we have the Patriots and the Dolphins. I think it's going to be close.
Why is that, Chip?
Well, I meant...
I know why.
I meant that the whole team of Miami is just going to stand on one of them bridges and just leap off.
You jump, I jump.
You jump, I jump. Yeah,
Don't be so stupid, bros.
I think there was 5 or 6 people from the Dolphins last week after their loss to the Ravens that were questioning the coach's motives, if they were just trying to tank for the year so they could get Tua, which I think is a stupid idea. But
right. But seriously, in all seriousness, the Patriots always struggle at Miami. Now, it's early in the season, so what's the difference between 95 degrees in Miami and 95 in Boston? Nothing. It's still 95.
Yeah.
But the Patriots should win this. I'm just saying that they generally struggle against at Miami.
Yeah. Let's see. The next one we got is
Cardinals and Ravens.
Yeah.
At the Ravens. Somebody learned how to throw in the offseason.
He had a good game, but it was against the Dolphins. So he has to, and the Cardinals aren't even a good example. I want him to do it against a really good team before I will give him credit to say that he's done something in the offseason. He had like 4 or 5 touchdowns, 350 yards.
6. It was some crazy amount.
Yeah, but Andy Dalton threw for 400. Andy Dalton's leading the NFL in passing yards. So
Let me tell you now, being just outside of Louisville, I've seen this Lamar Jackson dude for the whole time he was at Louisville. He will go back to his ways and throw interceptions. He will.
Yeah. There was a lot of them passes he threw that were really tight windows, but Marquise Brown shined bright. That dude is a phenom. Same thing with that Andrews, the tight end they had. He came through pretty big too.
I'm going to take the Ravens. It's at Baltimore, and yeah, I'll give Lamar his props. I'm taking the Ravens.
I really want the Cardinals to win,
Well, so do I.
but it's not going to happen.
No.
The Ravens are going to win
Let's
that.
be real.
Next we have the Colts and the Titans.
Where did the Titans come from at the Browns last week?
I don't-
Good Lord.
I don't know. I just think that Baker Mayfield, he put a lot on himself, and then he shit the bed.
Less this,
More this. Okay, so I'm probably going to go with the Titans.
Oh, I have to.
The way they smack the Browns around. If you can guard all those superstars,
It's at Tennessee.
yeah.
You know, Indianapolis still reeling from Andrew Luck,
Yeah.
just out of the blue, retiring.
Yeah, I heard they were picking up Bubby Brewster or whatever his name
Bubby
is.
Brister.
Brewster.
Or Neil O'Donnell.
Well,
or
it's
something.
the generic Bubby Brewster.
Yeah, it's Bubby.
It's Bubby Brewster. So we got the Raiders and the Chiefs. Another division. Is this like division week or something?
Yeah,
Because
at the Raiders.
Yeah, at the Raiders. It's not going to be a good game.
Listen, I'm picking the Chiefs until they lose. I just am.
Yeah, well, Tyreek's out.
I'm picking the Chiefs until they lose.
Okay.
I just am.
Tyreek Hill's been ruled out for this week, so if you have Tyreek Hill, put him on the bench. Just update your rosters.
Well, thanks for that inside chip.
Let's see. And I got the Chiefs too. The Saints and the Rams.
Woo! Good Lord!
This,
What is this going to be, 58 to 55?
Yeah, and it looks like they have the Rams are favored to win, but I think that the Saints go into Los Angeles, and I think that they put a hurting on them because they're still pissed off from last year.
With good reason to be.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was clearly a pass interference. The call that was missed, but I think that they go in there and they put a hurting on them.
I also think the Saints are going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to go into L.A., and I think the Saints are going to win.
Okay. So then we got the Bears and the Broncos. Yeah, I don't know if
I'm going to go home field and go with the Broncos on this. I got nothing to base it on
Oh.
other than Mitchell Trubisky. I mean, dude, I could throw 5 yards behind a receiver on a 7-yard
Yeah.
in.
But if you're looking at the defenses now, because you got Von Miller and you got Khalil Mack.
Oh, well, the defense, man. Khalil Mack, well, I don't know. That's pretty good.
You see what I'm saying?
I do see what you're saying.
So I think the Bears have the edge on defense because the Bears had one of the top-ranked defenses last year. So I'm going to go with the Bears.
Okay, I'm going with the Broncos at home.
Okay. And the night game, we have the Falcons and the Eagles
At Atlanta.
at Atlanta. Falcons look bad this past week.
They did. They played Minnesota last week.
Yep. And they got smacked around.
I actually picked the Falcons. Excuse me, I picked the Falcons to win, and they let me down.
Yeah.
I embarrassed myself in front of the whole FFFFL.
Embarrassed the family.
I embarrassed the family.
Okay, so I'm probably going to go with the Eagles. And this is why. Because the Eagles last week against the Redskins, they swallowed up. They were all over the quarterback. And they got Deshaun Jackson back. And that dude is like in midseason form of his rookie year. He had 2 long catches. He looks like he is just ready to go.
Well, Julio Jones just signed a contract. I think he's got to prove something. And I'm going to take the Falcons at home.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you argue with Mercedes-Benz owning 2 stadiums, New Orleans and Atlanta?
Yeah.
I mean, I got to go with Atlanta based on
just on that.
That's kind of picker I am.
Okay, so you had the Falcons. I had the Eagles.
Yep.
We're on to Monday, September the 16th, which is also my daughter's birthday.
Happy birthday, Nadia.
Yes, sir. And we have the Browns and the Jets.
At the Jets.
So, I don't know.
That was a big sigh, dude. Like, you were like so disappointed that this is the Monday game.
It is kind of, they set the Browns up to be the biggest disappointment in NFL history.
And it worked.
And it worked.
At the end of the day,
they are still the Browns.
they're still the Browns.
You can paint a turd and dazzle it with glitter, but it's still a turd. I don't know. They look great on their first drive. Super good, and then
I was fired up, even though it's a division
rival. Yeah.
I was hoping that the Browns would win. I just,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm going to take the Browns because I think they need to win. They have to win. Because next week they have the Rams.
Yeah, next Sunday night after this week.
Yeah, they have the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams.
So they have to win this week, or they possibly start out.
Chip and I are trying to get there too. We're going to be away at the Bengals at the Bills game next week, and then we're going to try to catch the Rams-Browns game.
Yep.
On the way home.
And that reminds me, we'll be doing some reporting live from the Bills game. We'll have some footage from the game, maybe along the trip there too.
Yep.
Just to give you guys a little insight in what goes into making this happen.
I'm taking the Browns.
I'm going to take the Browns too.